Shalom, giving our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, and salutations to our Akim out there doing us working truth and sincerity, and double honors to the apostles and elders that have been appointed to wake up the soldiers. We back at it again with another lesson. This lesson will be entitled, something about reparations, or anyway, without further ado, let's let this play, and then I'll follow through with a few scriptures.
Views and opinions. A bill reintroduced in the House last week to create a commission to examine reparations for the African American descendants of slavery is being seen by many as an early test of President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's proclaimed commitment to tackling structural oppression. The commission of 13 people would be tasked with examining the history of slavery in the United States and the systemic racism that resulted, including federal and state governments' role in supporting it, and recommend appropriate remedies to Congress. The bill is known as H.R. 40, which was reintroduced by Rep. Sheila Jackson Lee, a Texas Democrat. The reintroduction of the bill has sparked a huge debate on the new app Clubhouse. Joining us now to discuss the ADOS movement is Marjorie Melvin. Welcome back to the Black Report, Marjorie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, and Happy New Year. Can you explain to our soulmates what ADOS is and what it means?
ADOS stands for American Descendants of Slavery. It is a political organization, an established 501c4 committed to political advocacy, lobbying, specifically to obtain a reparations package for Americans, Black Americans who descended from U.S. slavery. And it is founded by Yvette Carnell and attorney Antonio Moore.
How do you feel about H.R. 40?
Very good question. H.R. 40 needs to be edited. Reparations is an urgent thing. It's been needed for over 400 years, but it needs to be edited. It needs to be the right type of bill for the right reasons. And so with that, I'm all for it with the appropriate 6 edits, meaning no payment for folks doing a job that they should want to do. You want to get the right people, competent folks who are experts in their field, and then there are 4 other things. But it's a fine bill provided that it is appropriately edited, and you can check out the specific edits that ADOS is recommending on ADOS101.com.
Okay, so Black immigrants, they feel as though the ADOS.
It's the little things, Jimmy. It's the little things that rip you apart. It's the little things that get you caught. Hello?
Boom. ADOS movement excludes them. And your group was actually criticized for saying that President-elect Kamala Harris was not a descendant of slaves. So how do you decide who is a descendant and who's not?
Okay, so for purposes of determining who is eligible for reparations, there's a 2-pronged test. The first thing is that the person is a descendant of a person who, an individual, who descended from U.S. chattel slavery. And the second prong, for purposes of receiving reparations, is that the person self-identified as Black American, Black, or African American for 12 years. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris is a Black woman, but she is not an American descendant of slavery. And that's okay. We're all different.
Okay. Marge, I want to ask you, what's the political agenda of ADOS? Can you tell our soulmates that, please?
Romeo?
Yes.
The political agenda is primarily, the heart is reparations for Americans who descended from U.S. slavery. But with that is a Black agenda. We will be addressing, or intend to address, environmental regulations, the need for closing the racial wealth gap.
Okay. Now let's dissect this for just one moment. Okay. Let's understand that slavery was a result of breaking the covenant. As being Israelites, a nation of seed line unto the Most High Himself, broke a covenant, and so the backdrop of that covenant is slavery. So there's a, you can imagine a coin. There's two sides to the coin. Okay, you got the head, the face of the coin, and you got the back side of the coin. All right, and so with the laws, that was broken upon our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, there's a penalty for breaking those laws. As in any contract, and one of the penalties is slavery. Okay, and so being that we were in slavery under Esau, Edom, the whole world understood what slavery was, and there were certain guidelines to slavery. Esau, Edom has went well beyond the call of duty to break the guidelines of slavery, which the whole world knew then and still know to this very same day. So, we must understand that the deceived and the deceiver are the Lord's, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And being deceived into breaking the laws, okay, there's no opponent that can do it better than Esau, Edom. Okay, you have to understand at the end of the day, we're still the chosen of the Most High. And so since Esau, Edom, which is the so-called Caucasians, are the deceiver, there's a penalty to pay for touching and for putting the Most High's people in slavery. Okay? And we'll start out with a few scripts, and we'll break some of this down. Okay, we'll go into Salakiak, and we're going to Joel chapter 3, verse 4. Okay, and this is what the Lord has to say about what happened to our people. It says, Joel chapter 3, verse 4, Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? Okay, Tyre and Zidon were of Hamitic stock. Okay, and the coast of Palestine, they were of Hamitic stock. Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. And it doesn't, the recompense doesn't stop with the descendants of Ham. Okay, this recompense for the nation of Israel is whoever put the nation of Israel in slavery and in oppression, which being that the top of that crescent would be Esau, Edom. So, the further time had went on, just like what was explained in the scriptures, was after the death of Alexander the Great, wickedness expanded, it grew in the world. Okay, during and after that time. And so we're coming up to the cusp and the height of wickedness, which Esau, Edom has full dominion of. So Esau, Edom's going to get the worst punishment of all the other nations that put us in slavery. Okay. 3 and 5, the children of Israel are likened unto gold and silver, unto the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And so it reads, because ye have taken my silver and my gold. Okay, this is parabolic. It's not talking about literal silver and gold, or it's not confined to literal silver and gold. Okay, because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things. And so the temples are not confined to just temples. They're confined to us going into other lands as well. You have scriptures, different scriptures in the Bible that are twofold. And so they mean two things. Okay, which is the relation is still the same. Okay, this relation is we were removed from where we originally was. And so, since this last slavery that we've been in, everything's been stripped from us. The name, the Most High's name, Yahweh, the Most High Son's name, Yahweh Shai, and who we are as a people. Okay, so there's no way for us to get back if we don't have those names. That's number one. Number two is being that, we had so many things stripped from us in this last captivity. Esau, Edom has been able to run amok throughout the earth, conquering as the red horse, okay, bringing damnation to the planet and also ultimately to himself. And so, this will be a short lesson. And Salaki Akim, give me one moment. Okay. Let's end it here. This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8, and it reads, For this saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath sent me unto the nations which spoil you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. And so this is the words from the Most High Yahweh. You ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, you think that slavery was bad? The Most High is going to make the slavery of his people look like a walk in the park as compared to the nation of Edom. Okay, the scriptures say meditate terror. Okay, these people are putting power as a sword to discipline the nation of Israel, with the one exception. Esau Edom has went too far. Okay, he's crossed the boundary several times over. And for that, there's no imagination for what's going to happen to him. Okay, I'll end it there, giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.